Let us begin. Hello there, Vernacular Faithful. Red Code here, and I am booting up the Mega Man, one of the Mega Man collections that was available on Steam. I just wanted to get back into playing video games because I haven't played them in a long time. They say once you start trying to design these things, you start to play them a lot less. And I know that that's one of the things you really have to keep abreast of as a developer is you want to be playing stuff. And I mean, I'm playing some of the older things, but it is important to keep up with the new things. But as it stands, I don't really have a VR setup, so I'm not really going to be exploring in that space. So anyway, talking about classics, let's take a look at that old Mega Man, the original. uh, I opened this up a little bit earlier on, but my sound mixing was pretty bad, and I'm not even certain if my sound mixing is going to work today either. So we'll find out in a moment, huh? But yeah, last time I played this, it kind of kicked my butt. I expect it's still going to. Like, I'm an OG Mega Man player. I played the games since I was, well, 5. Yeah. Although my first Mega Man was Mega Man 5, actually. 5 when I was 5. And I think that kind of shows in my ability. I rarely actually use pellets in the normal games, but it's what these games are built around. So anyway, let's kind of jump in here, and you know, already feels like an old school game because one of the things immediately is like I can only go left or right. Like I can only go around the circle. I can't go up and down. That's how you know. That's how you know this is really really old. That's what you would call an example of a refining element or a refining mechanic, so to speak, would be the ability to go up and down on the menu screen, which I mean, I think they fixed that in Mega Man 2. This is obviously the first game, and with a lot of games, you'll see this, where your first title is very... It's just showing you the bare bones of what this game is. It's your core play, unvarnished without any extra stuff on top of it. And so, with that in mind, I am not going to Gutsman because he kicked my butt last time. Rather, his stage did. If I remember correctly, first guy I want to go with is Bomb Man, because his level is... Oh, right, and A button doesn't actually start thing. It's the start button! Again, refinements that come later. And these are things you want to keep track of when you're defining stuff, you know? Anyway, I'm a Mega Man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is one of the little things I liked about this, is like, just look at the little tiny things, like starting animation just kind of edges forward. It's a little tiny detail, and it's a very small economical shift there, but it's enough. It's enough, and it feels good. It looks good, right? Oh, ow, 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 ow. And as you can tell, my what would you call it? My rust is showing. You notice one of the things with how those are made, they look dangerous, but really, if you just keep walking forward, you'll be fine. Well, yeah, the game is built around a very core mechanic, and I always like. I mean, a lot of people have analyzed the Mega Man games, of course, but I always consider these to be, jump and shooters as opposed to run and gunners. I like to make the distinction because, a game like Contra, I'm not spending nearly as much time going upwards or managing my platforming as much. I mean, those games are more about shooting than they are about navigation. Now, that's not entirely the case for certain stages, the waterfall in particular, in the original Contra, but there's still a general focus more on destroy the enemies and destroy the bosses than getting through the stages. And that And I think that's a particular thing. I mean, particularly across the Mega Man games, because it's get through the stage, then fight the boss, and the bosses. I'm not going to say all of the bosses are necessarily underwhelming, but they're they're a different thing. They're not entirely the mechanical focus of the game, even though they're on the box art and they're super important narratively. And I mean, you've got to, and I mean, there's the other part that, wow, I am doing terribly here. Ow, 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 ah. Okay, right. Stand right there. And, okay. And then Sniper Joe, who, if I, whoa! Okay, zoom, zoom, zoom. Away he goes. Oh, hi. Pretty sure you're not the same Sniper Joe who just ran off into the sunset here. Oh. Just wait and shoot. Now, I suppose that's one thing I kind of disagree with here is the design of the Sniper Joes. But again, this is like first game, and so because it's this jump and shoot man, not wait and shoot man. But I mean, eventually we'd see some variants on that kind of better encapsulate things. I'm probably gonna die. Yep, there we go. I should have been more careful. Also, think this is the only game. This is the only game where there are enemies in the pathway before the boss. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking, but it's a thing. One of those quality of life changes just make the game less annoying. Ow. Okay. And where? Oh no. Yep. And that was another big change that they made, was specifically making it so that you basically start at the same distance from every boss. Ow. Now, without slide tackle, I don't have as much dodge ability, which I am very much missing that right now. At the moment, I'm just kind of, a face tanking the attacks, which I know is not how you're supposed to do it, but, there's something to be said for this is how the casuals play. Making sure you understand that as a designer is very important. People of all different levels are going to be playing your game. Now, granted, and here we go again. I'm right in front of them again. Boop. Hello. Hello. Huh. Did not expect that to work. Ow. Yeah, he's definitely the best first guy to go after. Face tank! Face tank! Alright, and we got the weapon. And I know they go through a couple of different renditions of that victory song. Yeah! And we got that 80s freeze frame. I beat him! I beat him! Now, full disclosure, I'm probably not going to beat this game. This is actually a general thing that I've found amongst designers, or at least amongst the ones that I know. You tend to usually play a game until you get a sense of what it's about, what it's doing. And most games, you get that established pretty early on. Although, at the same time, if it's a really good game, you kind of get that. You get enough different variants on the design and different ideas presented that you still want to keep playing it. So that's one of the things, I think. I mean, I know that's definitely Contra Shattered Soldier for me, which I don't know if I'll actually be able to get that on my system here, but I definitely at some point want to play that one for sure. As you can probably tell from what I've just spoken about, I am definitely much more of a twitchy gamer than a cerebral what would you call it? Comprehension style gamer. Oh, wait, that's right. Speaking of comprehension, wrong button. There we go. Bam! Yay! Alright. It's unwieldy, but still useful. Well, that killed one of them at least. Ow. I'll just take it. There we go. This is one of the most... There we go. Now, I know I don't actually have the Ice Guy's weakness here. Oh, well, that was serendipitous. Normally I have a lot more trouble with that. I hate those kinds of sections in this game. There's a reason for that, from a design standpoint. Because, so thinking about it from pacing, right? This is a game where you run forward, you jump, you shoot, right? So when you get to those, it's a slight difference. Like it's a high end implementation of the well, not implementation, a high end challenging of one of the aspects of the game was jumping and shooting, right? And so you're doing jumping and shooting in that particular scene. However, you're leaving a reflexive, more execution based play style to go into a more comprehension style because of the patterns and everything that's going on. But you still have to execute, but you have to execute on a pattern. And so that break in mindset just for me, it makes those scenes particularly rough because it changes the way that I need to be thinking about the game, and everything else asks me to think in a different way, different way. And to be sure, you can have mixed styles of engagement, um, and per the theory that myself and Benjamin Vandergrift um, came up with, there's four primary ones of comprehension, strategic, situational, and executional. But I digress. Well, four paradigms, I should say. But with this, it's like you need a transition to it, and it needs to not stray too far. And I think these don't stray far enough that they actually just like kill your play of the game. Well, they might for some people, but it's still interesting. Anyway, enough of that. Uh, no. Oh, wait. Yes. Okay. And then this. Because you have to first remember the pattern. And once you remember the pattern, you need to make sure you know exactly what you're going to do. Oh, nope. There we go. And admittedly, I didn't so much remember the pattern as much as I made a leap of faith and hoped the platform would be there. Oh wow, that was a risk. I probably shouldn't have made that jump. Okay, and continuing onward. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. And this one always eludes me. I think you're supposed to have like the magnet laser, so that you can actually do this. Because I think otherwise you can't put in enough DI to actually get to that. Or I could be wrong. I could be entirely wrong. There we go. I always miss it in the other timelines. The other times that I play this game. All right.
And music-wise, I'd say this is probably one of the weaker tracks of this game. No, not probably. It is. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Ow. 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 Okay, I'm just gonna run. Just gonna run. Just gonna run. Not gonna deal with them. Gonna run. Okay. And like other times, we have, once again, enemies in the approach hall, which I do not appreciate, but hey, whatever. And I am totally gonna die. So this is one of those. So again, this is an execution heavy game, right? So the strategy is very simple. It's just doing it that makes it hard. In this case, it's just having some timing and making it happen. Because if your timing is off, then you get hurt. And so you just do it ad nauseum until you've got it. Ow! And like I said, so much damage. So it's also a manifestation of one of the other concepts when it comes to specifically designing a boss. So generally speaking, you've got a challenge that you're trying to do, and in an execution-based game, the thing is you're tested on how effectively you can execute on the solution once you find it. And depending on how simple the solution is, it can be very annoying. I see this in some of the 3D entries of the Mario games actually kind of have this with some of their bosses, where it's like after you've solved how to beat the boss, doing it 3 more times is, once you, because it feels more like a puzzle boss than necessarily a execution boss. Although at the same time, a lot of the boss, now it might just be because I'm an experienced gamer, but once you've figured out how to beat the boss, it's just a matter of doing it ad nauseum, and you've already solved it, so a lot of the engagement is gone. Ow. I should probably focus. And really, this is, like I said, this is a one-button solution. But you get heavily punished if you miss. Like that. Oh. I have to go back to the beginning of the level, which is super... Because I think the ice level is actually probably my least favorite to play. However, I do think Iceman is probably the character that I'm most likely going to be able to beat with my pea shooter, if I actually execute. So let's try this one more time. Do we want to? Do we want to? Yeah. Let's do it one more time. All right. Da 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 da. Bam, bam. I say that this is one of the weakest songs, but it's still catchy. I think it's really just it's in that high register. And it's not a happy place for everyone's ears. But hey, it's the NES. What you gonna do? When you wanted a high note, you ended up screaming into other people's ears. Alright. So let's do the time warp again. And we have a manifestation of one of the other things that kind of happens a lot in the Mega Man games. With a few exceptions, like this one here. In most situations, you are actually better served just using your pea shooter. And while the weapons are cool, and aesthetically they serve they serve a really cool purpose. At the same time, there's something to be said for the weapons actually having a functional use beyond just a narrative one of, oh, Mega Man's getting stronger. Look, he just absorbed that thing. I know it doesn't really do anything, but, and that gets into a concept that we would call harmonic dissonance. What is it? Not harmonic dissonance, because there's mechanical dissonance, and then there's Narvazodal dissonance, which I'd have to go into explaining exactly what Narvazod is. Okay, I'll just explain it. Narvazod is narrative, visual, and audio. So, dissonance is basically saying that whatever it is your game is supposed to be, the narrative, visual, and audio, or some element therein, is clashing with it. And when you look at it mechanically, a mechanical dissonance is the way that the game functions is clashing with that in some way, shape, or form. So a non-harmonic alignment is both of the things are actually in line with what the game's supposed to be, but when you put them together, they don't work well. How would I put it? It's like so. Well, the example game I always use is Sonic R, where it's racing with Sonic the Hedgehog, and so you got the Sonic the Hedgehog characters as racing together because they run fast. It makes sense mechanically. You implement a racing game, some kind of cool racing, and the thing is that what they did was they took the mechanics of a kart racer and superimposed it on the Narvazod, the visual aesthetic of Sonic running on foot, which immediately creates a non-harmonic alignment because Sonic running on foot shouldn't accelerate like a car. He should have an initial out the gate, just I'm running. Now, granted, this is a similar thing that's across pretty much all Sonic games. For some reason, always accelerates like a car, unless he's got the spin dash, which kind of fixes that. But I digress. It's still a thing, and I mean, I'd also say that power sliding is hard when you're on foot. It's not impossible. I've done it, um, but it's hard when it's on foot, and it's suspending the disbelief to accept that is another thing entirely. Now, granted, Sonic R is not exactly the most well-received game. It's not because of uh, it's not because of the harmonic misalignment. Excuse me, it's not because of the non-harmonious alignment, but it's still interesting. And I mean, I fondly remember it. I remember reading through a bunch of mm, Power magazines, not Nintendo Power. I forget which one it was because Nintendo Power wouldn't show that off. There were a bunch of gaming magazines back in the day, and I remember reading through it and being like, "Oh man, Mecha Knuckles! Oh man, Teddy Tails!" Which there's a whole meme around that now. And Mecha Sonic, of course. And I mean that made me all the more excited when I found out that there was an Archie comic that was just Metal Sonic versus Metal Knuckles. I was all over that. Speaking of Sonic fighting characters that I love, that's still probably one of my favorite crossovers is Sonic with Mega Man. It's like Dr. Wily. I think what is it? It's Dr. Robotnik, trying to go into a whole bunch of other zone stuff like he does, makes contact with Dr. Wily, and they're like, "Oh man, you're like my brother from another mother." It's like, do you have a freedom fighting dude who gets in the way of everything? It's like, yeah, well, we should work together. But yeah, that was a fun little comic. It was weird because I had I had the collections of it. So I had the first, I had part one, and then I had part three, and I couldn't find part two. And then when I was looking online to re up my collection, I found part two, but it cost like over $200. And I was like, what? Why does this one cost $200? All the others were like, 20, 26, $36. But for some reason, issue two, or rather collection two, was worth 200. But maybe that makes sense because I couldn't find the part two of the collection in pretty much any of the Terra Firma stores. I had to order it online, so I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, ending takeaway. Seeing Mega Man in the Rush armor with Chaos Energy is sick. That was awesome to see. Also, Mega Man using Sonic as a Buster Bullet. Yeah, I know it doesn't make sense. Just get the comic, read it. It's fun. All right, let's try this again. Will I die? Yes, most probably. Oh my gosh. I'm always surprised at how much damage that does. Eh, eh. No amount of positive thinking will remove the amount of damage you just took. Ow. Bam, 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 bam. And no, I'm not going to use the bombs on them because that's not economical. That's not going to work. Just shoot, 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 shoot. Dang it. All right, all right. I had the timing. Ow. Oh. All right. All right. All right. And they always talk about Airman being the bane of people, but I kind of found Airman to be a little bit easier. Although those are my famous last words, probably. I'm gonna, I'll play Mega Man 2, and then I'll just get my butt handed to me. I mean, granted, I always use this weakness anyway, but still. There we go. I get 3 mistakes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ow! Is that? Yep, yep. Okay, okay. We're done. We're done. Oh, man. Man. Alright. I don't actually remember how hard Cutman was to fight. I guess we're gonna find out. Ow. But yeah. Yeah, you want to talk about bangers. This is a really good song. When most enemies died in one shot. Those power pellets were actually Hawking plasma at the time. Ow. There we go. There we go. Alright, and, just... There we go. I'm surprised that did not hit me. I am also surprised that didn't hit me. Oh, oh. Hi. Hi. Alright. What do those pedals? Oh, no, those are just points, right? Back when Mega Man actually cared about points. I mean, I guess that was a holdover from the arcade era, right? Because this was in that era, really. You have a game in an arcade, and it's like the main reason that you play. Well, one of the main reasons you'd play is, well, okay, player psychographic time. One of the main reasons you would play, if you were Spike, was to show everyone else that you were good. And so that's what the points were for. If you were Johnny, you were just exploring the game. You'd pay money just to figure out how it works. And if you were Timmy, you just wanted to have an adventure. Okay, here we go. I am not accurate at all. Ow. There we go. I really liked these enemies for this stage. And then these things. I guess it makes sense. They had to have something that was cutting in this, so it makes sense that they had to have those in there somewhere. And so again, very vertical levels. A little bit of verticality to it, and also working within the limitations of the system. So you only have, well, limitation of the system and also their implementations at the time. Okay. Oh, okay. No, go away. Oh, I didn't expect he'd listen to me. Okay. I listened to all sorts of remixes of this. This is probably, I'd say this is the second most dangerous hall. I actually think Bomb Man's hall is the most dangerous. Probably making up for the fact that he's just really easy to beat. Alright, what do we got here? I'm pretty sure bombs don't work on it. Wait. Really? Okay. I think I can do this. I can definitely do this. I didn't expect that to actually stun him. Wow. Most of the bad guys in here don't have any hit stun. Fighting games, this is not. Alright. We got these two bricks, which makes the area a little... Ow. Really small. Not to my liking. Ow. Ow. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so... I really hope that the Cutman thing wasn't the weakness of Bomb Man. Because that would mean... I mean, it would make sense because you cut the fuse, and then you use the bomb to blow up the bricks that Gutsman has. Alright, yeah, because I think Fireman beats Iceman. Gutsman beats Cutman, that's why you have the... No, that's right, Gutsman beats Cutman. So, yeah, I would think Bomb Man beats Gutman. And I don't want to do that level unless I have the magnet laser, and I think that doesn't. I don't get that unless I go to. Well, let's try this. Excuse me. Right, they're all worth different clear points. I need to check that next time. This one was 5,000. Ah, I love the Mega Man Battle Network remix of this game, of this song. It's so good. How did I not get hit there? Yeah, this is definitely one of the best songs. I love it. Ow. Ow, oh, oh, wow. Oh, ooh, 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 yeah, ow, ooh, oh, all right, all right. Killed him. Killed that one. Killtacular. Blow him. Okay. I will take another head. That? Nope. Nope. Not even good. Not even good. All right. Can I kill that? I wonder if I can. Can I? I don't think I can. Oh, wait. I know. If I had the ice weapon, I could deal with that. That makes sense. That's why I can take damage. And, no. just no. He's gonna go up here. Ow. So you turn it red and it's fire. You turn it blue, it's light. Ow. Ow. Lots of instant death here, but I guess that makes sense because it's the lava stage. That's one of the things. I mean, I guess the spikes were also instant death. I just didn't register them as that. Come on, come on. Da, da, da. Bang. Bum, 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 bum. I think this is a really good composition, actually. Like, listening to all the different layers they've got in here, the percussion, it's really good. Yep, that's just gonna hurt. That's just how it's gonna be. We're just gonna do that. I don't think there's anything of value up there. Nah. Ow. Ow. Damage boost, yeah. Ow. Okay. Just run. Just go through it. Do it. And first example of a thing that I'm going to have to deal with now. Huh. Neat. That's not going to stop. Oh no. Ow. Just run through it. Just do it. Just do it. Ow. I guess I'm supposed to jump. I guess. Not sure. I mean, I could freeze him. Can I? Oh, ow. Should have known that was gonna. Man. Yeah, that level actually kicked my butt. Didn't even get to the Flame Man. Yeah, that's a hard level. It's better if you've got the ice weapon.
don't want to have to him again, but I think I'm gonna have to. Oh man. All right. And I mean, I could go here. Okay. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Oh, he's worth a lot of points. It's a lot of points. Yeah, why is Fireman worth half the amount of he is? I mean, yeah, he's a big dude. Guitar. Thank you. Ow. Yeah. This is the part where I want my magnet. I want my magnet laser. I want it so bad. Oh. He drops so fast. Good lord. Like, Fox, eat your heart out. Mega Man's got the fast fall. Alright, and then I have to jump way early. Not that early. Well, you know, at least the music's jamming. Aha! 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 There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right, there we go. Yes. And then jump, and jump, and jump, and jump, 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 and okay. And I know there's going to be another. I hope there's not another section like that. I mean, I know there's probably going to be because you never just do a thing once. Oh, hi. Those guys have a silly name, if I remember correctly. I mean, we just call them knockoff Hammer Bros, but I don't think he even uses a shield. I was kind of expecting him to use the shield. Oh, this does not bode well. Oof. I guessed poorly. I guessed poorly again. Let's see how this works. Is it what? Is it doing like 1 pip of damage per frame? Okay, not even bothering. How many lives do I have? All right. Well, let's hope this actually just kills him in like 2 shots or something. Oh, not 2 shots. Goodness gracious.
Blow up, blow up. Okay. I will take it. Man, the bomb is such an unwieldy weapon. I gotta learn something from Bomberman. Mega bomb! Okay. So now I got the bricks, which I would have used against Cutman. And so I'm left with these guys. Let's see. So Fireman beats Iceman. Or does Iceman beat Fireman? What does Cutman beat? What does he beat? It's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Does it feel like Iceman beats Fireman? And I mean, you could go either way, but I don't know. And I know Electman's just a pain in the butt to fight. I mean, I could try Cutman's ability on Iceman, I guess. Make an ice sculpture. Yeah, I know. It's the age of the internet. I could just look it up. But that's not the way this game was meant to be played. Well, maybe it was. Maybe you're supposed to have a community of friends, and the guy's just like, "Psst, did you know? Did you know? You can freeze Flame Man with the ice shots." It's like, oh, I didn't know. No, really, I didn't. I mean, imagine a lot of people have to just have this stuff memorized because it's kind of cool nowadays, I think. I don't know. I don't know what's cool these days. I don't know what the kids are up to. Let's see. This only works when you got things to pick up, if I remember correctly. Otherwise, you're just kind of like, yeah, you just brown. Which, I mean, okay, sure, I guess. Alright. At least that's simpler. Right. You know, I should probably check and see if one of the other weapons actually works on that. Completely make the bomb useless. Oh, right. Da-da-da-da. There we go, and then we go to here, and then... Right. I don't want to have to think, I just want to react. Ugh. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Alright, now I'm just being impatient. Right. Yep. Being super impatient right now. Super impatient. Here we go. There we go. Ah. I think the other part of these things is just, it's the way the timing works, where you actually have to make a bit of a leap of faith to make it work. Alright. Mm-hmm. Ah. Mm-hmm. Oh, nope. I misread that. Well, and here we are. So now the bomb doesn't work on the dude. We'll try the cutter. See if it does as much damage to him as he does to me. Where are the there he is. I was about to say. I was like, where are the flying penguins? There we go. And we made it. Lickety split, easy as pop. Yay! I did it! Did it! Whee! I mean, no. And then later games, we'd get the shoulder buttons, but this was before shoulder buttons existed. Here we go, and we just work. Yeah, we just run past him, and then he was eaten by the edge of the universe. Speaking of which, what was it? Ow! Oh, I want that. All right. This is gonna have to require. This is gonna require me to get close to him. I don't want to have to do that, but okay. Let's see if it works at all. Oh no, that does not work. That does not work at all. I guess it kind of worked, but actually, hold on. Maybe I don't have to do the hard thing here. The question is, does he auto-turn? Yep, he does. That's what I get for trying to be creative. That's what I really get for... Oh. Ow. All right. Surely one of the guys I've got on me is his weakness. No, not at all. Not at all. 80,000. No one to beat my Plasma Buster. You know, that's a good question. You know, Mega Man was supposed to be a robot made for peace. Why does he have a Buster arm? I mean, you know, I get the idea of, you know, if you're not ready to fight for peace, get ready to lose it. I think that's the mentality. But yeah, so it's interesting. I guess, you know, Dr. Light actually did have a bit of a dark side, huh? It's kind of like, you know what this robot needs? He needs the ability to kill things really hard. So I'm gonna have him shoot superheated plasma out of one of his arms. Out of both of his arms, actually. He can do it with both of them. And here we go. Up, up. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Pa-pa. Snap that. Yep. There we go. Alright, so what am I supposed to do here? Can I shoot these? Nope. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt that much, so I can just, you know, run through it, I guess. Sure. That seems like that's going to get me into more trouble than it's worth. Hooray for the edge of the screen. Champion. Yay! And he's going to spawn again. Nah! Okay. Let's make it through. Yeah. Wow. Alright. So I can just take the hit, get through here. As long as I have at least one more life to spend on this. I don't even know how you're supposed to get through this. I'm sure they have a way, but at least it doesn't do that much damage. I don't need it. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, what do you know? I was right there. Well, I am glad I made it. And another really dangerous one, of course. I wonder why they're all on the ceiling. So I know this doesn't work, and I know... pretty sure that's not going to work either. But I can at least try. Hopefully it doesn't do too much damage. Oh wait. I know this isn't going to work because it worked on Gutsman. Never mind. Yeah. I think I might be able to do enough damage to just kill him. I'm just gonna shoot him and shoot him and shoot him and just shoot him and 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 shoot him. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what strategy you're supposed to use to actually just, not do that. Okay. Man, here's the $1,000,000 question. Was Fireman weak to Iceman? Or was Iceman weak to Fireman? Well, it occurs to me, it's probably Iceman's weak to Elecman. And that would make sense. There's enough water in his stage. They might have connected him that way. At which point, it would mean... Fireman beats Electman? How would that work? I don't even know. Unless Cutman beats Electman. In which case I have other questions. And down we go. Ow. There we go. Whoop. Shabam! And we beat him up. Yeah. There we go. Boop. Yeah. Right, right. Yay! Hmm. Does any of my other stuff work on that? Okay, that's a much better weapon to use. Thus, the bomb has been confirmed. Completely useless. Not worth anyone's time. There we go. And we made it. I think the pea shooter. Oh, I really hope the fire weapon is the one I need. Oh, that's the one time I have ever been hit by that. Huh. Well, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Oh, my fill of the Mega Man, the original Mega Man. Well, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. But yeah, just a little wind down before I go. Oh, wait, I can just go back there and do it again. Is that how that works? I mean, I don't mind, I guess, but anyway, let's see here. Let's see. There we go. That's the button. Yep, it's bedtime. Good night, everybody. I love you all. For the most part, except for some of you. Some of you I like a little bit less. Nah, it's true. I do. I love you. He's just annoying. Anyway, ta-ta for now.